Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, you're welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell. Thank you so much. So in my last update about This Is Fate, Sandeep finally confessed to Preeta, Shruti and Samir that Prithvi is actually the mastermind behind Rishab's arrest, and Prithvi was the one that promised to pay him for lying against Rishab so that Rishab can stay for a very long time at the police station. Let's continue. Shailene is with Rishab at the police station. Shailene kneels down and apologizes to Rishab for all her mistakes, and she even cries. Shailene begged Rishab to please give their relationship another chance and that she has cooked a delicious food for Rishab. Rishab looks at Shailene and takes the bag of food, and he takes out the food flask. Shailene stands beside him while he sets the food on the table, and taking out the spoon, Rishab started eating the food that Shailene cooked for him while Shailene sits beside him. Rishab holds the food in his hand. Shailene, seeing this, asks that what has happened, questioning if Rishab did not like the food. Rishab replies that it has been long since he had homemade food. Shailene immediately says that she would serve Rishab. She excitedly started serving Rishab and she even pours out water for him. Rishab started coughing, taking the first bite. Shailene apologized, mentioning that she will not make the same mistake again and she will make it properly. Rishab, however, snatches the dish, explaining that he will not leave it without eating it. Rishab started eating the food, and Shailene started smiling, and she is very happy seeing how Rishab is eating the food that she made. The constable asks Preeta to leave and take Rakhi with her since the time has ended. Preeta feels relaxed seeing Rishab smiling, so she leaves. Preeta, walking out, wonders where is everyone. She sees Samir crying, so she asks that what happened. Samir explains that Rakhi is talking very strange and disturbing things, because Rakhi is saying that she would attempt suicide along with Mahesh if anything happens to Rishab. Rakhi says that she would not be able to forgive herself. It is now the fight between a mother and God, and if Rishab is sentenced to jail, then she will perform such an act that after which the entire blame will be on God. Preeta asks that why is Rakhi talking like this, and Rakhi is the person who is holding the family together, and if anything happens to her, then what would they do? Preeta assures Rakhi that Rishab would be fine and so nothing would happen to them both. Rakhi asks that how is this possible when there is no way? Preeta replies that it is because they have the proof that Sandeep is just acting and nothing has happened to him and he can even walk. Rakhi asks that if they've known the truth about Sandeep, then why are they not in the police station to free Rishab? Preeta replies that it is because Sandeep is just doing this on orders of someone, and this mastermind is someone else who is trying to destroy the Lutra family, so they want to reach the mastermind. Rakhi asks that what is Preeta saying and who is this person? Preeta explains that the person is living in their own house. Rakhi makes Preeta swear to reveal the name of the person. Preeta mentioned the name of Prithvi, and even Samir stands with Preeta, and Rakhi is shocked. Preeta assures Rakhi that Prithvi threatens to kill Sandeep and even called him to an abandoned place, and she somehow go after him, so she came to know the truth. Rakhi says that the person because of whom her son is in jail is living happily in the Lutra house, and Rakhi vows not to stay quiet and throws Prithvi out of the Lutra house. Rakhi asks Samir to come with her as they will go to the Lutra house. Rakhi, while entering the house, shouted the name of Prithvi, calling him. Karina gets worried hearing how Rakhi is really angry. Prithvi comes to Rakhi questioning that what has happened because she is angry and calling his name. Rakhi slaps Prithvi, asking that why is he trying to ruin her house. She knows that Prithvi is going after her family. Prithvi explains that Rakhi is mistaken and she should have come to him if there was anything wrong. Karina assures Rakhi that Rakhi is mistaken as Prithvi is working to save the family. Grandma asks Preeta to reveal the truth, and Rakhi says that Prithvi is the one who paid Sandeep to get Rishab arrested. Prithvi says that they will surely lose, and he is sure of it. Rakhi, yelling at Prithvi, says that he will not win. Prithvi, seeing the opportunity, quickly managed to run away. Kritika is shocked to see Prithvi's action, and Mahesh assures everyone that Prithvi will not be able to run very far. Preeta wakes up from the thought and she comes out of her imagination, and she rushes to Rakhi requesting her not to do this now as she is doing this in anger and it sometimes causes problems. Rakhi asks that what does Preeta mean because she will now go and call Prithvi and ask him to reveal the truth. Preeta explains that if Rakhi goes to confront Prithvi, then Prithvi will be able to undermine the truth and it will turn the table against them in court. Rakhi says that she feels that Preeta is right, but what would they do now? Preeta explains that after going back, they would act as if they have not gotten hold of anything and the matter is now up to God. Preeta says that they are the only ones who knows that Sandeep would give his statement in favor of them, after which Rishab will be freed and Prithvi will land in jail. Rakhi asks that then what would happen to her daughter Kritika, who thinks that Prithvi is a really good person. Preeta explains that it is in the blood of some people to always be wrong, and does Rakhi really think that Kritika deserves someone like Prithvi? Rakhi agrees, then she asks Preeta, explaining that she would have done some good in her past life, that Preeta is now a member of her family. Both Rakhi and Preeta hug each other. Sherlyn comes there and asks that what has happened. Rakhi is about to reveal the truth to Sherlyn, but Preeta stops her, asking Samir to get into the car. Prithvi is in the house, wonders what happened, because the Lutra mansion is so quiet. He sees them all coming, so he immediately goes to Rakhi, asking that what has happened. Prithvi even asks if everything is fine, but Rakhi looks at Prithvi in anger. Sherlyn goes to the kitchen while Samir says that Pihu is calling them. Prithvi gets worried, wondering what might have happened. He thinks of assuring Rakhi that he would always be there for her, but Preeta says that they need to leave since Pihu is calling them. Prithvi thinks that he now needs to ask Preeta about the truth, so he requests Preeta to come as he needs to talk with her. Preeta asks Rakhi and Samir to go forward. Prithvi also assures them for his help and says if they need anything, then he will surely be able to get the truth for them. Preeta thinks that she wants Prithvi to reveal the truth, and Preeta says that they have not been able to find anything, and tomorrow is the hearing of the court, and she requests Prithvi to give them any sort of proof, which he is able to find, as everyone is really tensed. Prithvi, in a state of tension, looks at Preeta. Samir is working with Rakhi. Preeta, coming from behind, thanks Rakhi. Rakhi, in a state of confusion, asks that what does Preeta mean. Preeta replies that she did not say anything to Prithvi in anger. Rakhi replies that she did not say anything to Prithvi, but she was murdering him in her anger. Preeta explains that she understands Rakhi, but they have to wait for just one more day. Samir explains that both Rakhi and Preeta are really courageous and patient women. Prithvi, standing in the hall, says that he is sure that Preeta is hiding something, because he tried to question her, but Preeta did not say anything, and he is sure that something is going on. Prithvi wonders how can he find a way to reach the truth. Prithvi tries to ask the truth from Sherlyn, questioning if Sherlyn knows about Preeta's plan, but Sherlyn leaves without saying anything. Prithvi says that he is now sure that something is happening, and he must find out the truth. Preeta says that she is sure that Prithvi will be trying his best to find out the truth about what is going on. Prithvi, on the other hand, is very restless because he knows that Preeta and the entire family are hiding something from him. But he realized that the only weakest point in his case is Sandeep, and Sandeep is at the hospital, and he will not go against him and support Preeta, because even Sandeep knows what Prithvi Malhotra can do if he goes against him. Prithvi says to himself that he would have to go to the hospital and shut Sandeep up once and for all. Rakhi says to Preeta and Samir that Sandeep is the weak point in the case, and Samir explains that if Sandeep does anything wrong, then they will not be able to win the case. Preeta explains that she is sure that Prithvi will not rest, and he will try to plan something regarding what is happening, so they would have to be more prepared and beat Prithvi at his own game. Samir and Rakhi agreed with Preeta, and they all decided to stay together and defeat Prithvi. It is actually nice that Rakhi now knows the truth about Prithvi, at least. The only problem is just that they will still not be able to do anything. But this time around, Prithvi will be exposed. Watch out. Thank you so much guys for watching, and please don't forget to like this video, share it, and please subscribe to this channel for more updates, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.